All right, welcome back everybody. This is gonna be a retake on my electric strike and a residential door video. The goal is to have a little bit less rambling, more information. So let's get to it. Let's start off by talking about the requirements I had for this door. So I wanted no closer. Also wanted the ability to always be able to leave without having to push an exit button. Then from the outside, I wanted a strike override, so a way to open the door in the event of a power out or a strike failure. And then lastly, I wanted no exposed wires. Looking at the strike, so you can get these from Unifi for like 80 bucks. This is actually a cheap Amazon one that I got for like 30. I'm just testing it out. You know, it's not a commercial environment, so is it gonna wear out on the front door of your house? Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. If it does, I'll post it in the comments. I've also have an extension plate on order that will bring this black portion out to the face of the trim. And then after that, I can start bondoing all these imperfections and then painting. Well, the whole door needs to get painted anyways, everything. So it wasn't that big of a deal hawking out this much material to put that in there. I think these are extra long screws that I used to actually get into the stud too. For the strike wires, I actually had a single gang box here that I ripped out of the wall, and I wanted a 2-gang box here anyways, so I put in an afterwork, but with that hole, now I had a way to access the inside of the wall. So I drilled the wires up at an angle, or drilled a hole up at an angle, put the wires in, and then actually on the exact opposite side of this, there's a G6 entry that takes an Ethernet cable. So from the basement, I drilled a hole up in the bottom, and I ran a 18-2 thermostat wire up and an Ethernet cable. After I got them up here, of course, terminate the Ethernet, put out the front, hook up the strike wires, put the afterwork box in, good to go. A big piece of this puzzle is actually this commercial door handle. I bought this from Trudoor. I think it's a CL2-82 model, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a commercial grade 2, and its qualification is ANSI F109, and that talks basically about the function of the handle. So that function means you can always leave even when the door's locked, and then you can twist unlock to unlock the outside, and then it also has panic mode, but I'm not really sure what that's for. So between this strike and door handle, I would have to say that this is probably the best way to do it for a residential property, right? It's still got to be more organic. You know, there's going to be a lot of people coming in and out, and a lot of these people aren't all that familiar sometimes with how electric strikes work with, you know, push and exit in commercial properties. All right, now the moment you've all been probably waiting for, how I got around using a door closer. So if we look at my strike here, there's no tension on it. Well, that is because I'm using a precision lock magnetic catch. So they're kind of similar in function to like a ball or roller catch for a door, but this one being magnetic, it sucks it in, right? So you see that action there? Here, I'll show you my hands. Right, that last little bit sucks the door closed. So that has constant force pushing back, holding your weather stripping back so there's no air leaking through the door, and also keeps the tension off the strike plate. And just a quick overview for people who aren't familiar with electric strikes. On a normal door, right, you have your strike plate in there, and your latch is actually pushing on that strike plate to hold your weather stripping back so the air's not coming through. But on these electric ones, if you have any sort of force pushing back, it'll actually bind and not open. If you're having struggles with your electric lock not opening, that might be your problem. Of course, how could I end the video without showing it work? Beautiful. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully this video is a little more concise than my last one, but yeah, if you have any questions, throw in the comments. I might be able to answer it. Till the next time, see you later.